Call the meeting to order at 12:35 p.m. Next meeting is February 7th, 2 weeks from now. We're going to skip minutes right now. We'll approve those later. Right now, just welcome any guests we have. I want to scoop on real quick. I'm trying to figure out where to fit this in, Elizabeth. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go in now. And then we're going to swear in the new members.
Have the PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. So just go ahead and plug it in the USB drive. But real quick, just what's going on here. Elizabeth has a presentation on Lou Gehrig opportunity for us. It's become, I guess, a big situation in Panama City, and she's got a presentation to show us about a possibility opportunity. So. Just trying to get the mouse from here. I didn't want to.
Amyotrophic lateral scoliosis. Why should you care? Amyotrophic lateral scoliosis, ALS for short, is a nervous system disease that attacks nerve cells in your brain and spinal cord that control voluntary muscle movement. These neurons transmit messages from your brain and spinal cord to your voluntary muscles, the ones you can control, like in your arms and legs. At first, this causes mild muscle problems. Some people might notice trouble walking or running, trouble writing, and speech problems. Ultimately, you lose your strength and cannot move. The muscles in your chest fail, you cannot breathe. A ventilator can help, but most people with ALS die from respiratory failure. Based on U.S. population studies, a little over 5,600 people in the U.S. are diagnosed with ALS each year. That's 15 new cases a day. Most people who develop ALS are between the ages of 40 and 70, with an average age of 55 at the time of diagnosis. However, cases of the disease do occur in persons in their 20s and 30s. ALS caregivers also suffer from poor physical and mental health due to the stress involved in caring for the patient. There is no cure for ALS. Once a person is diagnosed with the disease, it is a death sentence. There is no effective treatment for the disease, and those that are available are very expensive and rarely covered by insurance providers. People who serve in the military have a higher risk of contracting this disease. How you can help. You can get the word out and you can help fund research. Empowered, in conjunction with student government, is planning a month-long fundraising event for ALS research in April. Some events we hope to host are a benefit concert on the weekend, an ALS walk, and other weekly fundraising events. However, we can't do this alone. We ask all other clubs to please help out with this event. As an ALS caregiver, I know firsthand what this disease does to both the patients and caregiver. We have a chance to make a difference. Let's take it. And here are a few other websites with information. If anybody would like, I can get that to them.
Okay, you can just leave that up there. Basically what's going on here, guys, is we want to partner and make this a student government event where we don't have anything around it like this. There is Lou Gehrig's disease month, I believe is May, is that right?
Yes.
But everybody's gonna be at school that day. So like what we're thinking is that this might be an opportunity for us to put on a benefit concert, raise some money, and help fund this research. So I told her to present this to SGA today to see what everybody thought about it, see if it's something we would pursue. So what does everybody think?
I think the walk is definitely a good idea, considering that we are typically out of school in May. So it would be a good chance for the college to jump into something maybe they've never done before.
Okay.
Do you think so we could contact Pier Park? Maybe we could use their fancy new things over there. Have they finished those yet?
I don't know.
Let's do a new stage.
I don't think they've done it yet. But I mean, what they have is
Stage they have is nice.
Yeah, because we did the buddy walk out there. They did great.
So
So
you can draw more people if you made a weekend event.
Yeah.
And have it advertised throughout the area.
the big walk.
Just the college event.
Okay. But how does SGA feel as a whole? Is it something we want to pursue? It's going to take a lot of effort with everybody. That's why I'm saying that. Like, if we want to pull something like this magnitude off, it's going to take really everybody almost. So.
I know since the ALS Society already has a walk, I wouldn't advise trying to have a big community walk. A school walk while we're in school, yes, but I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want them to think we were competing with them, because the ALS Society does have a big thing that they do.
In
Yeah.
May, yeah.
Yeah, in May.
They don't in this area. It's all what, it's in South Florida, Jacksonville, and.
They have it in Dothan, I know. If you'll contact them and see if they would like us to have it and see if it's okay with them for us to have it at a different time than May, then that would be okay.
But the benefit concert should be a problem.
No, the benefit concert, no, not at all. I just mean, I wouldn't want to call it a walk if, you know,
There's a lot of things we could do with that about the benefit concert. There's a local company here that they did all the shows at the park during, what was it, summertime at Pier Park?
yeah.
It was a great event, like, we could easily get it out here, they might even do it for free, even though their rig is expensive, just to help the situation, so.
We could also look at a calendar for the month of April and see if each club would be interested in picking a day to do a separate fundraiser of their choice in April and try and fill up the entire April calendar with different club events.
Okay. Cool.
It's very, very, very good.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Okay, guys, we'll go ahead and move on, thank you. That was good. You know that up there. All right, this time, do you have the Constitution number? Yeah. Okay, let's do this. We have a few new members we need to swear in, so Chris. I think I'm gonna make a decision, go ahead and let Reggie swear in too.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
so Reggie, Chris. Who's missing? Where are you from? Gypsy? Have you-
At Leadership.
Leadership Society.
Okay, perfect. I'll throw you guys in the back row. Let's see if I can make sure I'm missing anybody. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna have to have you stand up and take the pledge of office.
Is he gonna be are you gonna be the new rep for the pit?
Are you the rep for Pitt Lake?
I'm here for West today. I don't know if you want me to swear.
Are
Yeah, you
if you're gonna
definitely
be
need
an
to.
alternate rep, then you go ahead and swear in, and that way, if you have to serve as an alternate rep in the future, you can vote, so.
And actually, yeah, you'll need to represent brother to brother as well.
Yes.
What about gentleman behind you? What's your name, brother?
Malcolm.
What are you here for? Just to sit in, or?
Yeah, I'm putting my applications in.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, awesome, perfect. Yeah, so.
Okay, so everybody raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do by this oath acknowledge my election to office as a representative of and for the student body of this campus, and so swear to uphold this Constitution in its entirety and to fulfill the duties stated therein to the best of my ability.
All right. Bear with me, we're gonna have to go a little slow in this, because Gina's isn't here yet, so I'm gonna have to take notes on the minutes as well, through club reports, so just bear with me on this, guys. But let's go to club reports at ASU.
Yes, I have a mouthful today. On MLK Day, we went to Mrs. Mackenzie Park. We had the booth set up. We went to 5 elderly widows' house and cleaned their yards. Also, we served at the rescue mission on MLK Day. Okay, future events. On February the 11th, we'll be going to Glen Cove Nursing Home and giving out socks and bananas to the elderly. February 14th, we'll be giving out Valentine's Day candy to the students on campus. Excuse me. Also,
She had too much to remember.
Yeah.
also, next month is Black History Month, and we will be doing a lot of things throughout the community, also on campus. So anybody is welcome to get involved and participate. So that's all.
All right, AMSA?
We got blood drive in February, but I don't know when, and I don't know where. That's about it.
Okay. Yep.
I can't even tell me.
BCM?
Hold on. Is there still a club fair tomorrow?
Yes,
Yeah.
We're going to have a table at that, right?
I already have you on my list.
Okay, and we're working on doing something around spring break, but we're not sure what. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, brother to brother?
All right, we were pretty busy the MLK weekend. We were we were working together with NAACP Youth Council to help sponsor the MLK breakfast they do every year. and we actually helped set up the tables. We spoke at the events. We actually recited some poetry and actually helped break it down as well. We had a really great time. We have lots of pictures if you want to see them to prove that we actually did do it. Also, we had a couple of guys who were out with ASU at the MLK Day celebration and working the booth, so heard that was a lot of fun. Also, we made a late appearance to the rescue mission. We heard about it kind of late, but we still got out there and helped out as best we could. We had a really good time out there as well, like just being able to get back on that day. So MLK Day was a pretty busy day for us. Also, we have elected new officers in our club for our different positions, namely our new SGA club rep, Hayden, who was just been sworn in, so he's official now. And he's actually going to be taking over for our club reports now as of the next meeting, putting that on him. Also, Black History Month, we're going to be really active, not only on campus, but in the community. We have a couple of things in the works, but I can't mention them as of yet because we're still working on them. But yeah, we're really excited to get some things happening. One thing that we have talked about doing in February is sponsoring a senior citizen. We actually want to, every week of Black History Month, go on the weekend and go clean up 2 houses, or go to 2 senior citizens' houses and just help mow the lawn or pick up trash or anything we can do on the weekend. So if you know any senior citizens that need their houses to be done, we have 25 willing individuals. There's 50 hands. I think one of them only has 1 hand, so like 49 hands. They can help you out. We really want to get out to the community and be active. So now, the big surprise that we have is that we're doing it again. Skate night. We're having another skate night. This time it will not be during the holiday where everyone is leaving, and we're going to have as many people as possible. And the reason why we know we will is because we're putting money on this. We are having a Battle of the Clubs skate night. Yes, I said it. Battle of the Clubs. His club against my club against your club. Every club will be battling for an opportunity to donate to a charity of their choice. The people who have the most people come out and represent for their club, and we're trying to figure out how that's all going to work as of right now, but we've actually been in contact with the Skate Factory. They'd love for us to come out and do it again, and we just want to do something in Black History Month to give back to the community as well. So we'll have more details about it. If you're really interested in it and you would like to be a part of it, talk to me after this meeting. Next week we'll have more information, just about more details about how it's going to work out. And that's what we've been up to.
All right, see if
okay.
Take a little minutes on
I got the finalized information for the speaker, supposedly finalized. It is going to be March 1st from 12:30 to 2:30. It's going to be in the Amelia Center. So promote that as much as you can. His name is Michael Shermer. CFI is looking for everyone that can help to help. Supposedly he's going to do a Q&A, book signing, stuff like that. Yeah, we just need a lot of help. We packed that center because last time CFI brought a speaker, we packed up the place in Language and Lit building. So we want to fill this place as much as we can.
Yeah, somebody's going to
On a side note, man, I got an event request on Facebook that said a different date for that. So look into that.
Okay.
I think they said something about it was like April, beginning of April. So just double check on that one.
Okay, because their official thing on their like an event thing said March 1st.
Okay.
And I asked their president like 20 minutes before here. He said March 1st. So.
Okay. Cool.
Could be wrong.
So maybe you just want to get them to change it. Cool. All right. Earth Science. Where you at? There you go.
I was at a doctor's meeting, or a doctor's appointment, so if you want to cover what happened at the last meeting?
Sure, I can talk about it. I'm not repping, but I'll be happy to fill you in. We had a really good first meeting. We've got some really good things we don't really want to tell anybody about yet, but they're going to be pretty cool. One thing we're going to do is we actually already talked to the bookstore people. We want to set a area in the bookstore up for green items. Recycled bags, just anything green. If that's something that you want to do that you don't have really a place, you know where to get it, like if you want all natural soap, something like that. And all that stuff would go towards fundraising and charities that will be determined at a later date. really, it was just really a good meeting for where we're gonna go. We don't really have a lot of events to announce yet, but the main thing would be the green stuff coming to the bookstore soon. So,
And we're still basketball.
yes, there's always that.
Okay, Empower.
Unfortunately, due to schedule conflicts, I can't really get any officers together yet, but we are still planning, hopefully having a Mardi Gras in March. We'd like to reach out to other clubs with that, but I'll have more information on that once I can get everybody together. If I have to kidnap them, we can get them out here on a Saturday or something.
Nice. Florida nurses? I didn't see them. I'll have to check in on that. I haven't seen them in a while. Make sure what's going on. French Alliance.
We got a bunch of stuff going on that we're going to be involved with this semester. We are going to, for tomorrow for the club fair, the French Club's going to have a table. And we, well, first of all, they voted and I'm the new French Club president because Jane is a go to school this semester and she wanted me to tell everybody she loves you and misses you. So, and then I've got a new alternate that was supposed to be here to get voted in today, or sworn in, I mean, and she didn't show up for some reason. I'll get her here for the next meeting. We're going to be selling candy bars at the club fair, and all the profits we raise from that, we're going to donate to Door to Door.
Nice.
And then also for both of the drive-ins this semester, we're going to have a table set up at the drive-ins, and we're going to sell hot cocoa and sell 3 different kinds of candy bars. We're going to be selling Hershey bars, Hershey almonds, and M&M peanuts, and then all the profits that we make from that, we're going to donate to Door to Door. So that money will go back into the community to help whoever needs it wherever. And then, I mean, we could also, with the thing that she just mentioned, you know, maybe the second drive-in, I'll bring it back to the group, and maybe we'll donate, maybe the next drive-in, we'll split it between Door to Door and the ALS once we know the, you know, the logistics of how all that's going to work out. And then, I think that is it. But other than that, things are going well. Oh, and then we're going to be having an interactive lunch for the French Club at La Franchise, so we can learn how to order off a French menu, learn to talk to the waiter in French, and all that kind of fun stuff. Have some French food. It's going to be like an interactive. We're going to do it during the class time, so it's going to be an interactive French lunch class kind of motif deal. It's going to be pretty cool. So,
all right, cool. GC Wrestling.
The local high schools have the Panhandle Championship this weekend, which is all the high schools in the Panhandle. They compete, you know. And during the thing, a lot of the wrestlers were coming up to me. I mean, I know a lot of them, and some that I didn't even know, asking me about, you know, they heard that Gulf Coast got a club, asked me if I can set up a schedule, and if I can, you know, because everybody wants to keep wrestling high school, and they asked me if I could set up a schedule and let them know if they can, then they'll enroll here next year and when they get out of high school to compete. So I guess I need to talk to you.
Well, and they don't, if they're dual enrolled, they don't have to wait. They can be a member of the GCSC Wrestling Club as dual enrolled students. So if they're dual enrolled at the high school and they wanted to do some things with you guys, community service events and other things, they can do that if they
well, I mean, this is all the high schools in Choctaw, the football kids from every high school in the area were asking me, and so I guess I need to talk to you about setting up a schedule and what the requirements are.
The only thing that maybe if they're looking at still competing and still wrestling with while the club's still doing that, it may be a conflict from the high school's perspective. It wouldn't be from our perspective, but the high school.
But the high school
was
would.
about being a competition for it. So.
Yes, ma'am. And then so I told them I'd work on that, and then a couple of the coaches, 5 or 6 of the team coaches, asked me if I can keep the club together this summer to travel around the Panhandle and go to the practice room and coach and help the wrestlers in the summertime get ready for next year. So
That's what I got. Nice. All right, GSA.
All right. I know I came in late. I brought a representative from the high school. I'm trying to incorporate the GSA over at Arnold. So I'm gonna have to run after I do my report. Sorry guys. But we're having our carnival February 23rd. It's gonna be from 9 to 2. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a Velcro wall. We're hoping to do a dunk tank with maybe some of the sports teams. And our prom is gonna be in April sometime. Haven't quite coordinated that one yet. But that's what we're back on. And I'm trying to incorporate this club with Arnold High School. I brought the one of the guidance counselors from over there. So
Nice.
trying to expand them.
Take
Your
it.
club a little bigger.
Usually take it. All right, Nisa?
We actually plan on having 2 events this month. Our Black History Celebration, which is going to be like at the last day of the month, February 29th. And we plan on having it from like 5 to 9 in the Student East building, I think, yeah. But any other clubs want to help with this, you can, if you want to get involved, because we plan on making it like a really, really big event. And we want to have like dancers, singers, and speakers, drama, whatever. And we're going to have like a ticket drawing. But everything in this event is going to be like donated. So we're going to have like a soul food dinner, which is basically going to attract the people. And like if you want to volunteer to bring food and stuff like that, you can. And it has to be like soul food or, you know, home cooked stuff. Can't get stuff. But if any other clubs want to help get involved in it, like please let me know, because we need all the help we can. And also we're going to do candy grams for a Valentine's Day basket, and it's going to have like a ticket attached to like the candy grams. Are going to be like $2. And the basket is going to have like movie tickets, a card, candy, a teddy bear, and a gift card for 2 for a restaurant. And that's it.
How much are those going to cost?
The candy gram, $2.
All right, NSLS, first report.
We got our orientation coming up January 26th at 6 p.m. And then we still have a speaker event coming up February 7th, 6 p.m. And we got together for a first meeting, and we're trying to restructure everything so that we can get more people involved, because I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that we're the largest club on campus, but as far as active members, we're probably the smallest. So I don't know why that is, but we're going to try to get more people involved and actually helping us do stuff and everything with the club. So we're trying to see, you know, any of the other clubs here or student government or anything, what they need from us and what we can do, to help out and everything. We want to try to do a fundraiser through the speaker events, having prizes that we will raffle off for people who are there in attendance. And we're also talking about doing Relay for Life, and for some possible stuff for recruiting members that are going to be more involved. We're wanting to look more into some of the dual enrolled high school students, try to get them where if their GPA is high enough and everything through their dual enrollment, they can actually join the club sooner and actually be an active member when they start here, instead of having to go through like a full year, wait for a GPA, and then by the time they're inducted into the club, they're graduating. So
that makes sense.
But that's pretty much what I got for right now. Like I said, it was our first meeting, so we're trying to set it up where our angel actually goes through their active members that are still here. Because we have a problem with the mass emails going out through the actual society, and they're going to a lot of the people who have graduated or no longer enrolled, and we're not getting the people who are actually really coming in to actually talk to us and stuff. So we're trying to get it set up where we can, as soon as somebody becomes a member and pays their dues, it'll show up on our angels so that we can communicate better.
Okay. Cool, nice. All right, Kit? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I don't know if anybody knows, but I was just elected to VP just last week, I believe. So, you know, it's kind of been crazy going in with the schedule. But in the month of February, I was talking to our president. He says that he wants to have 2 tournaments, but I'm thinking we're only planning for 1. and then one in March. Another thing, I was talking to Rayon and Caesar before here. They suggested that we start checking GPAs of all the students in there to make sure they're passing, so they're not skipping class and playing games with them.
Yeah.
The last thing, the money from the tournaments that we're planning, we're going to try to put some of that for funding for the trip in March, and then maybe about 50%, and then the other 50, we're just going to donate that to maybe back to you guys or to other clubs or charity, wherever.
Okay, yeah, nice. Okay, man. Psychology.
All I have to report as of now is that our actual rep is getting a little bit busy with school, so I may be becoming more than just an acting representative for psychology, but I have a feeling she's going to try and come whenever she can.
Okay. PTA. What's going on there? PTK.
Yeah. I think Eric has a meeting scheduled for next Friday, and we're going to start having regular meetings every other Friday. So
Okay, cool.
we'll let you know what's going on after the meeting.
All right. Quidditch.
Quidditch. Well, I had a very good meeting with Dr. Lavender actually a few days ago, maybe a week ago, and the future of Quidditch lies with the future of all intramural sports. We're going to transition it from a club into an intramural sport. That being said, it doesn't happen overnight. You have to repropose it, get a bunch of things, gone over. So Quidditch will remain a club. We will promote Quidditch. We will hopefully find an off-site venue that people who are interested in Quidditch can show up and play if they'd like. It won't be an official event, but we can promote that as a club. In Quidditch news, I don't know if I told you last time, but Quidditch is going to be an expo sport in this year's Olympics. So not only can you win a World Cup Quidditch, if you're good enough, even at this level, you could be in the Olympics. Just saying.
Wow. That's nice.
I got nothing for that.
Yeah. That's it.
And fittingly, being that it's going to be the London Olympics.
You're absolutely right. You're
I know.
right.
The first game is going to be US v UK, but they're trying to get, I think right now, 8 other countries are talking about entering. So this could be actually the largest expo sport any Olympic sport's ever seen.
But all the broomsticks are made in Taiwan.
I think Ollivander would disagree with you.
Anything else on Quidditch? I think you can top that. All right, respiratory.
We're still in the process of getting together with fundraisers, and we're going to have a meeting tomorrow because our last meeting was canceled.
Sonography.
We have our first meeting with the new students that we're accepting into the program tomorrow, and so we're going to have our meetings Wednesdays at 11 from now on. And so now we're going to have more people, so if anybody needs help with anything, let us know, because we have more manpower now. And we're still working on our fundraising with our t-shirts.
Okay. Cool. All right, Zach. Members.
Well, he's not here, so he's out sick today. Yeah, he's pretty sick. We had a meeting. Or you're still a rep. You do this
Wednesday.
We have a meeting Wednesday. We talked about the weapons lab, which we're about to open. We got all the stuff cleaned out, and we're just trying to get a schedule set up so we can start modifying weapons. For Nerf weapons. I'll add Nerf. The National Technical Honor Society paperwork came in, and now everyone's just filling it out so they can get approved, and then we'll all be Honor Society members. We're working on t-shirt designs. He just has to fix it. And I think that's it, isn't it? I think that's it.
That's crazy. Alright. Trio. Where you at?
Oh, there it is.
I'm going to concede because I had a report this time.
That is $5. $5 right there, done.
I was in the back row of the corner.
Alright, Visionaries Inc.
We are going to have a garage sale this Saturday. It's going to be on the west end of the beach. I don't have the exact address. I don't think anybody's going to come though. It's like 6. None of these people are going to come. I don't know how to get there. Garage sale people are going to come though.
Yes,
so it's
they
going
will
to
be
be
there.
good.
They'll be there at 5.
Place.
She said she didn't. If you have like anything you want to donate to us, we'll sell it maybe. And we're also out at Watercolor. We're going to be painting a pond. We have stencils cut out for that, and I don't have the dates right here, but I think it's fairly soon that we're doing that. That's all.
Okay. Alright guys, we're going to skip back real quick before we go organizational and look at the minutes. And I'm going to have to look over this.
They may have to share, they weren't quite enough to go over.
Yeah. Does everybody have a copy of the minutes? No, you don't?
No, I do, it's just that I already found a couple of issues.
Okay. Good.
It would be easy to do.
I know, right? Where's that?
There's one on the end.
For first of all, for Earth Science, Best Club Ever is not official student government business and should not be kept in the minutes.
I agree.
Empowered Masquerade is misspelled and March is not capitalized. Visionaries Inc. first next Tuesday.
What is it?
Visionaries Inc. It says first next Tuesday. First what? And Rainbow was at Chipola, not Chipola.
Wow.
I feel sorry for you.
That's all I know.
Anybody want to answer that? I wish I had something to add. Okay.
Make sure we have.
Does anybody want to move to accept the minutes as proposed by Jesse?
I second that.
Yeah, all in favor? Keep your hands up. Opposed? Unanimous. All right. All right, now let's move on to organization reports. Spike Suit.
All right, come and check out our new website, and if any club has anything that they want to promote, we'd be happy to work with any of you guys on that. Also, sorry for my tardiness, but we have found an actual member to replace Chris for this semester.
Yeah, you want to go ahead?
Yeah. Miss Jackie Bostic back there, sitting all the way to the back and to the right.
I was going to tell you, we'll need to swear you in next meeting.
Yeah, that's why I apologize.
Yeah. Sorry.
And that is it.
There's actually a workshop next Friday, concerning production and all those types of skills that Daniel's basically moderating, and he's not really doing it all, but he's moderating and helping us with that to educate people about production in the studio.
Well, what day is that? What day is that?
It's next week Friday, I'm not sure the exact date.
What time?
I'm not sure the exact time.
It's on the Spike Soups webpage.
All day Friday. Is it going to be in Spike Soup's office or shop?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
We blame Daniel, it's okay. We got your others. Alright. Anything else for Spike Soup? Sorry. Can't talk.
Unless Jackie has anything else, that should be all.
Well, we want GCWireNews.com to be like the hub for that everyone in here can go to and give us the information. We can post it there. That way, we don't have to. None of us have to repeat it. We can just direct people directly to Gulf Coast State College's own site. So we want to encourage everyone to, utilize this site. That way, it could be a centralized location for everyone to communicate. And also, a reoccurring work that we're doing is a weekly news show. And so every Thursday evening, that's when the new one is broadcast. So we would like, if you have anything that changes over the week, or if anything you need to be promoted over the week, or your club needs more members or anything like that, then contact us or just visit us on Facebook at GCY News, facebook.com/GCY News, and like our page, or just become a part of our page, and then we'll know a little bit more about what the clubs need and what the clubs want. And we have a few accomplishments. CBI, the College Broadcasting Institute, actually featured us on their site. We're the first community college, I believe, in the state of Florida to be featured on their site. So we're really honored. Also, the foundation, one of our guys, they interviewed the foundation. They were really pleased, but they noticed that our studios, need some work, and they actually are going to update our software, so we'll have better quality. So we're very proud about that. And we're also covering the Mardi Gras parade in St. Andrews, the festival. So we're growing, and we just want the support of the student government. We want to support student governments.
Right. Ghost Cry.
Look for a new newspaper out next Monday. If I can get some new wheels for my Heelys, I will be rolling along, passing them out as I go. And if you have any last minute breaking stuff, make sure you get up.
Rainbow.
At our tournament this past weekend at Chipola State College, of 11 rounds played, we won 6 of them. And we have an upcoming tournament on Friday, February 10th, and that Saturday, February 11th at Lake City. And we've been given the honor that this year, on February 24th and 25th, we're playing host to the Rainbow NAQT National Tournament here at Gulf Coast. And right now, me and the team and the coaches are in the process of planning like a type of mock trivia event or something to set up there in the cafeteria. We're shooting for sometime in late March, early April, that basically where students can come up and participate and see what it is that we do in Rainbow and try to encourage people to want to try out next year. And we're also going to be having the Rainbow team versus the school, the librarians there. Just basically, since each of us have to know a little bit of everything, wanting to see how all that goes. And that's it for us.
Those are fun events. I remember the last one that they did, it was faculty. It was awesome. Yeah.
I forgot to say this, man. Is there any clubs that we missed in club reports? I know I need to add the fitness club, but I can't remember the exact name.
Health and fitness.
Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Okay.
But he had a very little something. And we also are looking at possibly having a debate club within the next week or two. We should have a table tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, yep.
There's actually a couple more that should be starting here soon too, so club list is growing.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna move on. I guess athletic report. I'll have to get a hold of athletic department, get somebody here, but I'll just announce the games tomorrow. What's that?
I can do something for them. I can do some sports. I have great news from athletics. This is something that happened this past weekend that was cool to say, I've seen a long time. Our women's basketball team and our men's basketball team went to our rivals, Chipola.
Nice.
Beat them both. We've been trying to figure out when the last time was that we went up and stole 2 games from them up on their campus. That's a hard gym to win in for a visiting team, but I just wanted, the men's team won by, I think, very close, maybe it was 1 or 2 points. The women's team won by 11. If you're ever interested in watching those games that are if you're interested in seeing basketball games, they're also sometimes they're on video, streaming video, not only on our stuff, but there's a Panhandle Broadcasting, which is an online PBS Live, and they show the videos as well as the games. There wasn't, I have to tell you about one thing that happened with women's team. Chipola women have a woman who is a young lady who plays basketball. She's 6'6".
What?
Yeah, she's 6'6". She probably weighs about 300 pounds. She's a big girl, and I mean, she is a she's a good ball player. she's pretty fit too. I mean, she's not, it's not like she's, I mean, she is.
How did she match up with our girl? Because we got a big girl too. So.
It's kind of shaky.
Yeah.
She's not, does work, she's not quite as big as she is. The funniest thing that happened, and I just have to tell you, Brittany, Brittany McLeod, who's a sophomore, she's a guard, went up, was getting ready to try to lay up, and the girl basically just stopped her and stole the ball from her. And Brittany ran into it and just was boom, that was over with. And to the point to where Monday morning when I saw it, yesterday morning when I saw Brittany, I said, I watched what happened to you again. I saw it live and I wanted to see a replay of it. I saw the replay of it and said, it's kind of embarrassing for you. Yes, I don't watch that. But I just want to let you know, your sports teams, and all of them, not only basketball, the softball, the volleyball, baseball, are all doing you very proud. I just want you to know that. And they are very receptive. They love to be here more than they can be here, but they are in the middle of the season, especially in basketball, and softball and volleyball. But they do you very, very proud.
Yes. Last time I checked the women's team, they were like number 7.
Yeah, we are number 7 in the nation in the women's team. In men, in the state, I want you to think about this. Within the state of Florida, the Panhandle Conference, both women's and men's team are tied for first.
Yeah.
Now, men's team has not, we have won, men's team has won 3 back-to-back conference games, which this is one of the toughest men's conferences in the nation. And it is the toughest women's conference in the nation, but I just want to let you know, they're doing the pride, and I tell you,
And she was talking about Chipola. Chipola is actually like our biggest rival. That's like Florida State.
I mean, not just rival because of location, but because of the quality of the team.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was kind of fun. It was kind of interesting. And the one thing that happened at the end of the men's game was they're and I'm just letting you know this for the informational value of it. When our teams go up there to play in their gym, they have their softball team and their volleyball. I mean, their softball and their baseball team basically count our players. I mean, they do
big
this
time.
Big time. It's kind of unnerving. And this year, at the end of the game, after we won, one of the Chipola players almost came out for one of our guys, and our guys were also. They took it back to the gym. They went back behind. They did not cut the stuff at all. They were they do not step down to any kind of unruly scene or anything. So they very, very proud.
Nice.
Just want to let you know that. They're holding up good camera.
On that note, tomorrow is actually a home game, women's and men's. Northwest Florida State College. We're playing women's at 5:30, men's at 7:30. So make sure you come out. But fan participation is a big impact on the games. You have no idea until you're actually in the middle of it. But yeah, you have questions? That's fine.
I just wanted to state something going back to just brief about the frame roll. At Chipola, of course, one of the teams we played was Chipola, and we beat them, I believe, by about 70 points.
We should have this meeting playing in Chipola.
So poor Chipola.
Friday also home baseball game at 6 o'clock. So make sure everybody comes out to that. It's actually our kickoff game pretty much for the season start home. Other than that, I don't even have any announcements for athletics. So we'll move on to advisory report.
Does Chipola have a wrestling club?
Sometimes some of the sports look like that.
We'll have to check into that for you.
She started this year.
Yeah, I think I feel it. I feel it coming. Yeah.
All right, advisory report, student leadership.
I have a few things I wanted to talk about. First of all, everyone knows that we are kind of restructuring SGA. We are opening up new committees. Everyone is attached to a committee. I just really want to encourage everyone to participate at this committee level. This restructure is very important and very vital to helping us establish something that structurally will be put in place and will last for several years and will benefit the students of Gulf Coast for several years. So please participate in your committee. Do what, I know you all have gifts and talents. Please use those, utilize those. It's highly appreciated. I want to congratulate all of our new members and reps that got sworn in today. Just remind everybody that Club Fair is tomorrow. If you are interested in having a table and you haven't let me know yet, please let me know and we'll make sure that we have a table reserved for you. I reserved 15 tables and I think I've got 10 reserved, so we do have room to add somebody else if they are interested in having one. I also want to remind everybody, thanks to the fantastic report by Brother to Brother and AASU, to please log your community service hours in our community service logs. You guys are community service animals, beasts. I'm not even kidding. I mean, I know we have, Alex, we have a lot of other groups, individuals that are very community service minded. Please make sure that these hours are logged into our community service log. It's not just important for us, it's not just beneficial to us, it's beneficial to college to report these hours at the end of the year. And you guys do deserve the kudos for what you're doing out there in the community. So please remember to log those. It's a white binder in the SGA room. One more thing I need to talk about is elections for officers for next fall. We have the new applications done. What we're just finalizing is the job description for each of the new officer positions. We want to make sure that those are accurate and correct before we attach them to the applications. Applications should be available starting Monday for pickup. All the dates will be on the applications as far as when they're due back to me, when our meeting dates are, and elections themselves will actually be February 27th through Thursday, March 1st. We'll have 4 days of elections. So start thinking about that. You can see the new officer structure. You can see what positions are going to be available. We're going to have a presidential position, obviously, secretary, parliamentarian, and 3 vice president positions. This is all new to us. So think about it. I know you've all got it in you if you're interested. There are scholarships attached. If you have any questions about that, you're welcome to come talk to me about that, and I'll answer any questions you have. If you are not sure and you have questions about the position itself, what's required of you with the position, just please come and talk to me. I'll be glad to answer any of those questions, or you can talk to Chaz. He'll be able to help you with that. But being part of SGA is a wonderful thing. It's a privilege, it's an honor, but it is a responsibility. And so just think about those things before you fill out your applications. Thanks, guys.
If y'all come and sworn in your new.
No, we have
not yet.
Right.
That's why I'm trying not to get too much into it.
Yeah, we'll have, and actually before we start on that, I'll let you speak first.
That's right. I was just trying to make sure when that time.
Because I had to speak before that, so. So again, Club Fair, you need a table, let me know.
And on the elections, add on to, there might be a possible couple new offices as well as these additional ones going up too. So we have to work on that for next year too, so. Student event planning.
Well, most of the events are going to be talked about through publicity and the entertainment. So I'm just going to go over basics. If your club wants to be involved in something but you don't know what you want to do, I have a number of organizations that are wanting help from students. So come see me and I'll be more than happy to set you up with various organizations that are wanting student involvement. Also, if your club or organization is going to have any athletic activity, the liability waiver has been completed. So please come by, see me, so you can get those and get them filled out. That way we're covered. If somebody playing Quidditch decides to break their ankle or whatever, just let's sign it. Arm. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. So if you could come back. Yes.
Very soft sport.
Well,
no contact at all.
We're not going there. Yes.
I just want to piggyback something on that and the Spike Suit report. When you guys are, as clubs, when you're planning your events and your obvious on your to-do list is to come to Katrina and put the date for your event and make sure all that's good, make sure you add touching base with Spike Suit to that also. They are a valuable, valuable resource. And I would love to see everybody take advantage of what they are willing to do out of the goodness of their hearts and their volunteer time, because I'm telling you, these students right here don't get paid for what they do. They are there for the experience, they're there to help you, they're there to benefit the college. So I would just add that to your little event to-do list, utilize them, and Goals Cry. I mean, we have fantastic media services available to you guys for free. and they're both wonderful. So do not forget to utilize them. We're done.
All right, let's move on to officer reports. For president, real quick, before we talk about the voting, I'll let Melissa, whatever you were about to jump out there.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. When every year when we have the new executive members coming into student government, I always sit down and talk with you. So I do want to, after y'all voted on everything, I want you to come in, because what I need to do is I need to schedule an appointment with you to sit down and talk with everybody, because I know, especially this time, because we've got a couple of changes that are going on and some new people in some positions that we had to have people. I know Morgan's changing the position. Is that right, Morgan?
Yes, sir.
I'm just
Yeah.
first person I can think of. And so I need to sit down and talk with Morgan about what her new responsibilities are and what's expected for her. That's it. So I just want you to, after this is over with, if you could contact Donald Peterson, if those of you who do not know him, within the next week. I will be out Monday and Tuesday of next week, but I will be here later on in the week, so I do want to sit down this week with you about budgeting roles. That's it.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Well, in this area, basically what's going on is I appointed new officers for each position, and we as SGA will vote on it right now. So first I'm going to go down the line. Justin Lasser appointed as secretary. Michael Lee, Vice President of Budget and Finance. Jean as VP Organizational Governmental Affairs. Morgan is Vice President of Student Life. And Barbara Birch as parliamentarian. So right now I need a motion on the floor to accept or deny. Or move, sorry, we're to move now.
Motion to accept.
Motion to accept office as is.
Second.
With a second, do we have any altercations with that? Okay, all in favor? Keep your hands up on this, please. All opposed? Okay, all right, Michael Lee, come take up. Jean, you'll sit here now. Morgan, you'll stay where you are. And we'll have our advisors here. Parliamentarian secretary over there.
Do I need to move?
No.
Yeah, right, no.
You just sit on the floor.
Because I'm black.
Yeah. All right, guys, one quick round for everybody. I'm going to go over a couple action items real quick, and then I want each officer to go down and basically talk to you about some goals and aspirations they want for the year in the position. But first off, we have an action item. There's a new procedure, and I'll show you guys in a minute how it's going to work out. But basically, any event we have, and I've created this pre-event worksheet. No matter what event you do, you submit it through this way. It goes through our e-board. If our e-board approves it, then it comes to SGA for a vote. This right here has been approved by our e-board, and it's a drive-in movie for February 9th, and possibly Tuesday, what is this? That can't be right, January 10th. It's already passed. That can't be right. Any explanation for this, Eric Garvin?
I don't know, you're the one that approved it.
Good burn, sir. Touche. Do you have, would it be a different day?
I think it's February.
Yeah.
Be the following day for Randy.
Yeah.
The following day?
Yes.
So Friday, February the 10th. Okay.
Yes.
We'll put that on Friday, February the 10th.
But the drive-in's on the 9th.
Oops. Rain day, that means if it rains, we're going to move it to the next
Rain day
day.
is anything that comes up where you have to change the event. That's the second day.
Move to where?
The next night.
The Friday, instead of Thursday, it would be a Friday, the next
Which
day.
actually, we would probably just move it indoors.
Yeah, all right. But what it is a maximum of $3,000 for the drive-in movie. It's about the rough price for each drive-in movie. It covers Swank, the movie production that we go to get the movies, and then Bluefish is who sets up the whole production with the speakers and the screen and stuff. So right now, our e-board has voted on this and opened it up to the floor for a discussion or a vote.
I move to approve as stated.
As stated.
Second.
Second that, Doug? All in favor? Your hands up, because I actually have to have a count on this. Barbara, you would actually, no, you can vote. I'm the only person that can't vote. But I need you to keep a tally as parliamentarian of the vote you got, so. Go on here. Let me see what days they use. Okay. Got it. What we got? 27-4. All opposed? 0? Okay. All right, motion carries. Let me put this on here. All right. Boom. So how it would work is that from each event, you'll have to have permission from the president and the advisor to approve. Okay, you can do it on there. We'll go down here.
Okay.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to show you a couple new things. As you see the new structure up here, basically what it is, you have the officers, you have the committees there over, and I guess I'll put the names in here so people can relate. This is who you would talk to in your committees as chairs. You go to this office and that's who you report to. A couple things I want to show you real quick when we get out of this. Real quick, I came up with this new parliamentary procedures. I don't know, how do you, is that it? No, that's not it. How do you do a slideshow? I forget. Huh? F5. Okay, got it. If anybody wants a copy of this, let me know. Just come down to the office. Basically, this is any time an issue is brought to the table. This is all possible actions to go about it. It's a flow chart. I know a lot of people hate flow charts. I think it's easier for me. So, but if you need a copy of this, just let me know. And I want to show you the event worksheets that we created. Here's your pre-event. Now, basically, you can either have two ways. You can come to our SGA computers and you can fill one of these out, or you can come to your officer and they'll fill it out for you. But you can go all the way down. This is the event title of the event, the date, the rain date, the committee it's going to, the chair of the committee, who you're targeting, the budget, and then right here, your budget breakdown. You can add as many of these as you want. Just keeps going. Same thing with the vendors. Impact of the event, and if any clubs are going to participate with you. Now, what the purpose of this is actually, I'm going to open this up hopefully online to where anybody that goes to school can submit one of these and bring it to us.
Yeah.
And that's where this comes in. If there's any other clubs helping you out, yes, and then name the club. And the event contacts, and this is where it'll go down here. This is e-board use. This will be the dates presented at e-board meeting, approved or denied. This thing's went up like every 5 minutes, man. What's going on with that? And then SGA right here, approve or deny. The post event will be whoever the chair of that event was. I guess I should center that, right? That looks horrible. That's off to the side. Okay, it'd be nice. This is whoever chaired the event will fill out this along with anybody that wants to that was at the event. Title of the event again, committee went to, chair, the actual budget you spent and a breakdown of what you spent on, the impacts of attendance and demographic impacts, which finally switched that over. What could have been done to increase attendance, overall successfulness of the event, what made it successful, what could have been done better, overall teamwork of the event, the rating of the vendors that you dealt with, what they did well, what they could have done better, and contacts for that. So these would be 2 new worksheets that we use for like every event we do in SGA just to give a more paper trail of kind of what's going on.
Chaz.
Yeah.
As far as vendors are concerned.
Dang.
As far as vendors are concerned, make sure that any outside vendor that you are wanting to use, you come see either myself or Lori because they have to fill out specific paperwork. If they refuse to fill it out, you cannot use them. So you have to know in advance, which is why these forms need to be filled out so much earlier than the expected date.
Because sometimes it takes a long, and if I can just interject, I know that you guys are going to be doing the pre-event request form because you're going to have to in order to have your event done. What I would also really like to see mandatory is the post-event, only because that gives us and you as a club valuable information on how to make our events better. How did we set up this event? Did we get a good turnout? Why do we think we didn't have a good turnout? What would we do differently the next time we have that event? That makes us more responsible with how we spend our money, and it helps us better serve the students if we have that information when we're planning events in the future. So I understand that it's going to take everybody a while to get used to using these forms. I want to applaud Chaz though, because I think they are critical to what we do and making it run smoother, not having events overlap, and being able to go back and have documentation on why we think an event was successful or why it wasn't, and how we can change that in the future. You guys step.
Do like the clubs, like we're going to be at the drive-in, do we need to fill out this form to be a part of that event?
No.
No.
No,
If
this
you're
is-
sponsoring an event as French Club on your own, you would do an event form for it, but since you were just helping SGA and participating in an event that SGA has already done the forms for, you wouldn't have to do
This is
that.
mostly
That's
designed
a
for
cut.
those.
Should we do one of those?
You can, I would, if
You
you,
can
if you
do
think you have
shorter,
something to
honestly.
contribute, if you think you have some valuable information that would help us better plan our drive-ins in the future, absolutely, I would say go ahead and do one.
The pre-event is mostly for somebody who wants to propose something for SGA to do, whether it be a partnership or a event in general that they want student government to put on. That's mostly what that was designed for, but it goes outside the realm a little bit. Just a real quick message, I want to get everybody, let them know the feeling for, the semester. We had a lot of energy in the fall. I want to keep it this semester. I want to go out with a big bang. A lot of us, this is our last semester here, you know what I mean? We want to have as much fun, as much excitement, and get a lot of stuff done. We have 4 months to do it. So let's just we need everybody's help. I mean, everybody's already played a vital role in everything, and I applaud everybody so far. It's a whole new structure, new idea, get a lot more people involved, and I think it's going the right route. I want to thank everybody for helping out. Sorry, I've been talking like it's been like an hour. Dang. Okay, getting on. Okay, let's move on. We're going to go with Vice President of Governmental Affairs.
I currently have a small map over here with all the campuses, and I do plan on contacting everyone after I do have a meeting with you. Then I have to have a meeting with Lori here, and
just
my plan basically is to just have the same relationship with the campuses and some of the students, of course, and some of the necessary staff. The same relationship that we have here, where we have that open connection where we can go to staff and let them know what's going on, what we need, or vice versa. We could be the ears and be the mouthpiece for either or. So I want to do the same thing for the other campuses instead of having them so secluded out. And like you said, you want to have certain food events for the other campuses, which is right because they do pay some of those student activity fees. But besides that, more of my planning will come out of the meetings I have with you guys.
And in this position too, one of the things I had this officer doing is a lot more interaction with state and national legislative issues that will actually be presented, and like student government as a whole will tackle on, but he'll be like the liaison for that when different things come up. He's like basically our ears and mouth, like he was talking about. So, and it wasn't in any way supposed to sound dirty. So hey, I'm just saying, like, I see people's ears perk up, but no.
It wasn't until you said that.
Yeah, sure would. All right, same thing. Vice President, Budget and Finance, Michael Lee, just a couple goals and plans for the semester.
First goal is to bring our budget up to date, really go through all the receipts that we have for all the things we spent, figure out what we have left that'll be available for the clubs and the SGA to spend, and keep an ongoing record of it so we have an ongoing tally. So as we get closer to the end of the year, we can make sure we have what we need to fund everything we want to do. The other thing is, I talked to Lori, and she said we had the ability to make the budget public. So we might start posting that up once we get it all caught up so that everybody can keep track of it. They can see what we have available and decide whether or not their club's going to fit in that budget for what projected that they want to do. Also on top of that, the budget committee is also going to be responsible for the first level of approval on funds that the clubs need. So you'll be submitting your paperwork as far as your fund requests, and we'll be going through those, and our committee will make a determination if we think it's a valid request or we think it needs to be rethought, if there's something that needs to be considered.
On that note, here you go, special plan request, you guys want to
If the budget request is not approved, the executive board will still have the ability to override our decision, but we will set up a recommendation to.
Okay, awesome. Vice President Student Life, Morgan Mount, goals and plans for the semester first.
More events on campus, not just events, but more publicity to get more attendance for these events. Yeah, just bring student life back on campus, have students actually care about being on campus.
Go ahead with your drive.
Right, so drive-in. Club table list. I'm going to pass this around for any club who wants to have a table at the drive-in on February 9th. If there's a form where you list your club name, what you're selling, and if you need a power outlet or not. Please say yes or no on that, because if you don't put anything, then we're going to say no, and if you show up with coffee pots that you need electricity for, then you're just not going to have it. So,
On a side note, the His and Hers Drive-In movie, we're actually playing Immortals and Breaking Dawn.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be big movies for people to come out for.
Immortals and Breaking Dawn.
What was the first one?
Immortals, good movie.
It's like a Valentine's Day kind of theme. It's a His and Hers movie, so I would suggest Valentine's cupcakes, hot chocolate because it's gonna be cold, coffee if you want to.
French Club's got hot chocolate.
French Club already has hot chocolate.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, make sure you put it on there so nobody else does the same thing.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Okay. What about the other events?
No, we'll have to now talk about it, unless you have one like one up immediately. Yeah, go ahead.
Also, we have another a free food day next Tuesday, January 31st. It's Nuke's lunch boxes. They're sandwich boxes. It comes with sandwich, dessert, and chips.
What kind of sandwiches are they getting?
Variety. There's going to be.
Better have the most barbecue. That was.
No.
I'm afraid that's not it.
No, passing them out, we're getting 400 boxes, passing them out, 200 at 11 and 200 at 12:15. And right after that, at 1 o'clock is Humans vs. Zombies Forum in the Sargent Lecture Hall. Be there if you have any questions or concerns, and the committee needs to get together and talk about stuff that you want to talk about at the forum. So, yeah. The HVG committee. And February 1st is, you have it?
That's, you can talk about it on his, yeah, go down.
Okay,
Cool.
never mind. Eric's gonna talk to y'all later about that one.
Anything else, Chief?
That's it.
Okay. Executive Secretary, goals and plans, same setup.
I think Gypsy had a question in the back.
Did you? Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to know if there was a deadline to sign up for a table so I can go back and
No,
ask
no.
leadership if they want.
Leadership already has a table.
They
You're already on my list. Yep. Linda sent me
Well, I
an
mean,
email.
for
For the drive-in, no, when it comes around, you just
Yeah.
go ahead and sign up. And if you don't
I'm
have
not
an
sure if
answer,
they really
right,
want
if you don't
to
have
or
an
not,
answer
but-
today, you can get with Morgan. Today's not the deadline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
wanna make sure
get
that
back
I
with
go
me.
back and tell them that there is a sign-up sheet for it. so that
You've
they-
got time.
We typically
You
do
got
deadline like the week of the event just to get.
Yeah,
prepared
just
for
get
it.
back,
Yeah.
get back with me before that week of or the day of. Please don't come to me the day of.
Okay, go ahead, Secretary.
All right, first of all, I want to say thank you. I'm excited for this opportunity to be the executive secretary. Look forward to doing stuff around campus with the awesome clubs that we already have. Our science, we already know you're the greatest, so keep that going. Sounds like we got some awesome events planned. I look forward to just keeping up with my job as I learn it, and really working with all the officers, senators, to accomplish everything we can. I'm also over on campus and online publicity. So I really need y'all's help. We want participation around campus, like Morgan said. So it really is up to us and you as the senators to spread the word of all the events, free food, sporting events, shows, etc. So yeah, that's
Okay.
a lot.
Parliamentarian, Barbara Birch.
Okay, I want to get through the stack of applications this thick for new members, for members at large. I also want to get people who are more, actually want to be involved to be the members at large. Like on a day like today when we had a vote, we're actually supposed to have a quorum, which is a majority of the people who are eligible to vote here in order for that vote to be any good. And we have a lot of people that are members currently that don't really come very often. And we want to get a system set up so that the people who are legitimately absent, where we have a way to decide whether their votes, whether they can vote ahead or not. And if not, then they decline their vote for when they're out. And the people who aren't active, their votes just wouldn't be necessary to have a quorum. So those are the things we're working at.
Okay. Cool. All right, guys, we're gonna fly through committee reports here. Yeah, go ahead, Dustin.
I just have
Question with that. If I remember correctly from the retreat that we had last semester, that there is actually in the Constitution, isn't there an actual attendance policy that if you don't make it to X number of SGA events, meetings included,
That's going to be one of the jobs.
you have your voting privileges revoked?
That's what I'm saying.
As well as that there's no proxy voting allowed as well.
Yep. That's going to be one of the new roles Barbara's stepping into, is to see who is active, who's keeping the current attendance, and who is actually on voting probation, basically, and some suspension too.
Because although it was already in the Constitution, there was nobody that had time to keep up with it. So since that's one of my only duties, I'm going to keep up with it.
But all right, guys, we're gonna fly through here. Real quick, if I just call on you, man, you can real quick just say nothing or just whatever, just so we can fly. But for governmental affairs, Tri-College, do you have anything going on?
Yeah, I'm restructuring Tri-College because it's going well, but it can go a lot better. Some people will like it, most won't, but it's going to be more effective, and I have more time to work on it now. So just let's meet today because I need an agenda list so I can find out what we need so that staff can have the required documents that we need, or have the required staff who can answer certain questions that we may have.
Because Tri-College is this week.
Yes.
Tri-College is this week.
And
This
by the
Thursday?
way,
This
it's
Thursday. 12:30.
The date.
I think it's 302, but,
Yeah.
which is right over here.
But if it changes.
But if we find out different, we'll let you know.
All right, student traffic court? Anything?
Nope, nothing new.
All right. Well, Justin, go ahead and do it online and on campus.
Anyone that received an email from me for online or on campus, you can probably disregard that. I believe Chad's going to set it up differently where committees are meeting on these same days that we have our actual meetings up here because it's easier to get people together. So, other than that.
Okay. For entertainment, real quick, you want to go over a couple things? Eric is going to be chairing our entertainment committee, by the way.
Well, you guys pretty much covered everything I had, so I appreciate that. Free food is going to be Nukes, 200 at 11, 200 at 12:15. We're going to kind of do that to amp up the Human vs. Zombies forum. The forum, I hate to say it, it's not really for you guys. It's for the people who don't have any interaction in it. So maybe spread that word. If anybody has any concerns, any employees, you heard a professor complaining about it, whatever, get them to come to this forum, because this is going to be a time where they can say, we have this issue or this concern, and we might be able to say, well, that's great, but we've already put this in place to keep that from happening, or we could fix whatever problem it is they have before the event happens. The drive-in is going to be his and hers. That way you don't have to choose. It'll be a guy movie, a girl movie. Again, if you're interested in doing that, please get us what you want to do beforehand. And we had a game night. It was very impromptu last week. And we're going to start making that an ongoing thing. Right now we have it for every Wednesday. But we might look at changing that because I know a lot of people have said they can't make it because of church. So we will let you know. But as of right now, plan on February 1st, Wednesday, February 1st, 5:30 to 9:30. I believe at the times. And there'll be Chick-fil-A there for you to eat. There'll be refreshments. So just come out, bring any game you want. I mean,
And we'll maybe have new games too.
yeah, we're gonna hopefully have some new games. So if you have a game you really want to play, bring it up there. And what I'd really like to see is, the pit get involved and possibly have some ongoing tournaments. Like if there are some students who really like playing Magic, we could have a 4-week-long Magic tournament. That could be a place where you can do this. I mean, it's just a night that we had a really great time when we did it. So just those things to keep in mind. We're gonna have a really busy semester this semester, so just keep your eyes out there. And if your clubs have anything they want to do event-wise, I don't want you to have it fail because you didn't get the publicity out here. I mean, we're here for you guys too. So if you want help getting the word out there, planning your event, whatever, come see us and we'll help you as much as we're able.
Right. Let's go over event planning, Human vs. Zombies.
We obviously need to meet sometime really, really soon. Alex and Caesar, whenever you get a chance, just you know where I'm at. Come sit down with me so we already went through a lot of the rules. We want to make sure we got it completely ironed out before the forum, so we don't look like a bunch of idiots.
We're, just to let you know too, we're not going to be releasing the date of HVZ
Right.
until like 2 weeks before to build a lot of anticipation up for it. So we're just gonna have little quick snippets and promos and stuff, just building up for the date, like with a question mark. Everybody's gonna be waiting. So
HVZ coming soon type stuff, you
Yeah.
would expect.
But okay, community service. You got real quick, bud?
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff, but I'll give you the bridge version. Relay for Life is in April. We're looking at sponsoring a booth as well as, of course, having teams. They, of course, only want one team from us, but they said we can have as many as we want. So if clubs want to get together, I have information. Get with me. I'm around. My phone number's available. A lot of good ideas came out. The Health Week, which we wanted to do last semester, but ran out of time. We're going to get that done. We're looking February 21st through the 25th. Also, we're looking for like a spring break preparedness kind of event the week before the school goes out on spring break, to where there'll be a condo casino is one of the ideas, HIV and STD awareness, putting out a wrecked car maybe in the courtyard or something like that to bring awareness to drunk driving. And there are other ideas that can be announced at later times. So.
Okay. Recycling. Yeah.
We're gonna save the planet.
You gotta put that. That should be our slogan. I like that. Door to door, real quick. I'll give an update. We potentially got a very big investor, like huge. So I actually have a meeting right after this to talk about it. And if that goes through, then there's a lot that's going to come out of that. Like big. So just want to keep everybody motivated on the release. I believe we're looking at still March, the kickoff date for it. But do it. Morgan's excusing herself there. All right, sorry guys for the run over on the meeting. We figured it's going to be a long meeting anyway. We planned this long. Marketing, Jamila's not in here either with us. Go ahead and skip over that. Student life, Mercedes had to go. There's actually a meeting for student life. Was it February like 7th or something like that?
26th of January, I think. Pretty sure it's the 26th of January.
That'd be like this Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Did they move it?
They did move it.
Yeah.
26th at 2 p.m. is what I have on my calendar.
Is it February?
I have January. I'm not saying
I know it was
that's
supposed to be
correct.
yesterday, but they moved it. So like,
It's on my calendar on my desk. I'll have to
okay,
double
we'll look
check.
into that. But everybody else in life, if there's a meeting this week, we'll get up with everybody. Campus liaison, you talked about it, and Gene talked about it a little bit already too. Budget, good on that. Selection, good on that. One thing for the good of the order, Daniel has his new promo video that he's made for SGA. It looks really nice. If you get a minute, check it out with him. And it's actually going to air after the meeting tonight, so you guys should see it. It's really nice. Other than that, do I have a move to adjourn?
One more thing.
What you got? Yeah, I got it. Oh, sorry. Go
ahead.
Reggie? Yeah.
As good as you are there, I wanted to announce that the Islamic Understanding Institute and the Bay County Islamic Society is hosting a free seminar this Saturday, the 28th, in Sergeant Lecture Hall, preventing domestic violence. There is free lunch. It is from 9:30 to 3. I just want to let you know about that.
Thank you. Hey, anything else for the over?
This is more of a question for you guys. I have a guy who's wanting to start a club, but he has classes at Gulf Franklin. And the question he asked me is that if he can have club fundraising over there.
Yes. Yes. Not an issue at all. But I just wanted to say real quick, in celebration of our new SGA structure, in celebration of all of our new members, and for everybody who stuck out the meeting till the very end, we had cupcakes in the SGA room for after the meeting.
Do we have grand movie night tomorrow night?
Grand movie night is still tomorrow night. I understand that it conflicts with the basketball game, which we always put as first and highest priority. So if you want to go support the basketball players tomorrow, that is what we advise you to do. But I did unfortunately send out the blast student email already with the original date for grand movie night. That is tomorrow night from 6:30 to 7 for anybody who wants to come out and grab a free movie ticket.
And if you want to help out, pass out tickets, talk to Barbara or myself, because we're the ones that are going to go out there passing them out. No one else wants to, it's fine, but if you want to, just let us know.
Anything else we do in order?
No? Okay, now do I have to adjourn?
I move to adjourn. Second? Second. All in favor? All opposed? All right, meeting.